Hey Stash fans, it is Tuesday at 5:30 and Mully is on his way home from work. Mully's actually sort of upset. He had something cool planned for you today, but due to unforeseen circumstances, that didn't work out. Sort of funny, I guess, I don't know. Still sort of tragic, right? But it still upsets me. Anyway, I was at Walmart. I was getting the missus a Valentine's Day gift, because, you know, isn't that the American spirit to wait till the last moment anyway? Right? And my coworker reminded me today that, hey, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so, alright, I'm there. Anyway, I'm getting the missus something, and I see this guy getting all these big old Goodyear blimp balloons, right? Awesome! And I heard the manager say to get him down, so I went over there, and he's up on the ladder, right? And he's cutting them down, and I went up to him. I said, what are you gonna do with those? He's like, I don't know. I said, can I have them? He's like, I don't know. Actually, I asked for one, and he's like, I have to go ask my manager. So I said, okay. So I followed him, and he found his manager, and this was over in the automotive section, so he was like talking through the oil rack, and I heard the manager tell him to just make sure they pop them so they don't flow away and throw them in the garbage, because they didn't want them just floating around, or, you know, laying around in the aisles once they lose air. Anyway, so, you know, big shout out to Kevin. I'm not really sure if that was his name, Kevin. He wasn't wearing a name tag, but he looked like a Kevin, or possibly a George. So anyway, Kevin George, thanks for the balloons. Now for the downside is, I was on the way home, and it's sort of hot in my truck, but the low fuel light came on, so I don't want to use the AC. Alright, so I cracked the window, maybe just a half inch. It was just this little itty bitty tiny crack, and all of a sudden there's this loud, like, screaming, screechy sound, and the balloons started sucking out the window. So I reached over and I grabbed them, and I was only able to save two. So that sucked, right? It sucked really bad. And then two, it happened right in front of a cop car that had somebody pulled over, so they'll probably think I was littering, which I wasn't. And I don't know how a balloon can fit out a window like that, unless it's like, you know how a mouse can get in and they can make themselves really, really tiny. Anyway, so that's tragic. It's horrible. That upset me, but I got over it. You know, it's whatever. I kept going. I had to go to a different Walmart to get dog food because the first one was out. So I go to the other one, and oh, and by the way, I had tied those balloons to the inside of my truck so they wouldn't get out, right? And apparently, since the strings are all different lengths, since they were all cut and tied together when he took them down, I guess I didn't time good enough, or what happened. I don't know. When I opened my truck door, all of a sudden, poof, the one, like, good one that I was lucky to save was gone, and I watched it float away. You know, horrible. Anyway, but I still got one. It's a sad looking balloon. It's not really floating anymore. It's like quasi inflated. So it's all right. One balloon is better than no balloons. So I'm happy for that. I'm grateful for that. And at least I got myself something for Valentine's Day. I got the missus something even more awesome, and it's heavy, so it didn't suck out the window. I mean, I have no clue how that happened. Well, actually, I do physics for money, so I do have a clue how it happened, but you just wouldn't think that would happen until it actually happens to you, so whatever. Anyway, I don't really have much else today going on. Get out of here, balloon. See, now it wants to be the star of the show. In fact, I think this balloon, yeah, I think since this was the one surviving balloon, I was going to do something awesome with them. I don't think I can, but I think with this awesome balloon, I think I'm going to have another contest for the Mully Stash Show. First I have to get it down so I can see. But I think the contest I'm going to do is, I think I want the fans, and you can put this in the comments per usual, and the contest is how many dogs does Mully have and what are their names? That way it keeps it fair, because if you're a personal friend of mine, you know how many dogs I have. However, I don't think any of my friends or coworkers know all of my dogs' names, but they are mentioned in all the videos. So they're probably mentioned within the first 10 videos, I'm not sure. But you go back, you'll get enough of them. And you'll figure it out. So anyway, I think that's all I got for today. The prize is going to be this balloon, if I don't lose it. So I'm going to tie it to myself before I get out of the truck, just to make sure. Then I'm going to put it in a very secure place when I get into the house. Anyway, so make sure you hit like, and if you like what you see, hit subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at Mully Stash. And until next time.